Hello, welcome into another episode. First look, as we have a good look around at the Pilatus PC-12 by SimWorks Studios here tonight. And we're going to do a quick jaunt over to Borrego Springs from Avalon, from Catalina here, which should be very nice. Two very nice sceneries. One is, I think Orbex did Catalina, and then a very good freeware scenery developer by the name of, I think, Vic Basilio. I think I brought him up before. He does a lot of work in SoCal, NorCal, a couple in Washington State, a lot of West Coast stuff, and they're just really well done. So he did Borrego, and yeah, I got looking into him, and I was like, oh man, he has like a whole list of really nice ones for these. These are perfect for PE, right? Because it's all West Coast. So part of going to see all those, although I have been into obviously both of these airports before. So, but that's not the start of the show. The start of the show is the PC-12. Uh, Fully functional. Everything is working. Fuses, bings, bongs, all sorts of stuff going on in this plane. One that is interesting as we get started up here is the pusher test, which I reached out to another creator here on YouTube. Said he hadn't fiddled with it yet. You look at it. I've done the test, from what I understand, to be successfully, but it's the pusher light stays on. So I don't know if that's a bug or if I'm just there's something I'm missing. But we'll see what happens this time. I was also hoping to um, not fly the 750 because it seems and I don't. I just wanted to know if it's the avionics set that it kind of disagrees with a little bit, or if it's. So I wanted to try the 530, but I guess I chose the wrong type. Or if you have the 750, maybe it just defaults to it. I'm not sure about that either. But here we are with the 750. You'll see it. It kind of flies off to the side of the plan pretty significantly, kind of like we used to see in some of the earlier updates. Obviously, within airway permit, like within the boundaries of the airway stills, it's not a huge deal. It's just it's kind of glaring with that screen because it's big and you see the magenta line right there, and you're just like, wow, what's going on? And takeoff has been really rough for me, so just keep that in mind as we take off from a very short runway here in Avalon. We'll see how it goes. Hoping I can do a couple things, kind of like I did with the SR22. If you watch that video, do a couple things to kind of rein it in and have a bit smoother experience on takeoff. I'm also going to depart VFR for the first time in a while on PE largely because I want to make sure I have this thing under control before I go setting, like autopilot, setting heading, that kind of stuff, because it was a bit frantic the last time I tried. So, I don't know if you can remove. Oh, you can, just by clicking the center of the windshield. There you go. In the past, what I had done is just click the controls lock. If you release the controls lock, it'll also get that cover off of there. Go ahead and get multiplayer off. And then controls lock coming off as well. Gonna reset some weights. This is if you have, I don't remember the name of the program, but if you have the, whatever that thing is, it's like an extra, it's almost like one of those things for the Comanche, from what I understand. It's like a sim companion thing. You can use the tablet. I do not have that, so I'm not using the tablet, obviously. These guys, I guess I forgot. I just thought I was doing a regular flight. I forgot I was doing a full review here, so I should actually kind of dive into some stuff here. So these guys slide. That's a slide and drag, and it's a rotate. Looks like a 360 rotation around. So you can, or 360, and then you gotta go back the other way. You can scroll with the mouse wheel, which I actually quite like. And then this one, I don't know if I really care what position it's in. You do see it starts with a co-pilot. I'm guessing I can zero it out in the weight, probably, is the way to go about that. And see if she disappears. Oh, she's still there. Dang. That's too bad. Huh. Frames got weird when I started turning toward the back. I have not tried to open the door or anything on this aircraft. So I don't even know, like, what the process is for that. And or if the window's open. So vents. I gotta imagine this, although maybe on this, well, is it just the rear? I don't remember if this plane, because Carenado's doors never open, so I never really, must just be in the back. Must just be the main door, I'm guessing. So let's have a look. Alright, so if I go to open and then, yeah, there we go. So click the stair. We'll get the external view in a second. Looks like shades are fully slide and retractable. You can have them at various state. Oh wait, can you? Yeah, looks like half and full. Well, nope. It's whatever level you want. I guess it's the cargo variant. Whoops, that wasn't intentional. I just chose a livery that looked kind of cool. What did that do? Oh, oxygen mask. Okay, interesting. Frames are pretty bad back here, especially for not having anything in the cargo version. So, that's weird. All right. Outside, looking very sharp, as you might expect. Here at Catalina Island. Very cool looking. And smooth as butter. So I guess, I don't know where the click spot's going to be for closing. Looks like the step. And it's a full close and lock? No, doesn't lock. Alright, cool. Got that under control. Alright, we're burning all sorts of battery here, so why don't we go ahead and go into a start. Nice start. It's really a dream in comparison to, like, you know, for example, although the TBM 850 is honestly, it's about the same. Really smooth, really easy to get going here. I do have a tendency to forget gens in this aircraft for whatever reason, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that while I have it in mind. Starter's auto off, ignition stays auto, that's fine. I'll get into the pusher in a second here. It's quite complex, and I'm not sure if it's totally finished because, again, that light stays on, so we get probes, get some lights, we'll get inertial separator on as well, and we'll get connected to the network here pretty quick. And I really like that soft glare off of the screens, just really, really nice. But also probably one of the things that makes it less frame friendly, if I'm honest. One thing that may throw you for a loop, obviously the 650 is the smaller unit, so if you're kind of familiar with that, you would know that this is going to be your nav and nav 2 and nav 1 over here. It's weird because your nav 1 being on the right versus what it's normally on the left, with the right side being the nav 2 and stuff. Sorry, com 2. This is, we're going to be, what's CTAF? 22.7. And we're just going to put in SoCal right here so I don't forget it. 27.4 is SoCal. I don't think I'm connected, so, because I didn't hear it, so why don't we go ahead and handle that. Gonna have to kill this instance of PE. It died on me. It went to sleep, so I gotta restart. So flight planning is mine on this occasion. So we are headed to L08. And we're gonna take, it's SXC, isn't it? I always put in AVX and then I'm like, lost. SXC. And then the Victor 208 to all the way to Julian, which I think is JLI. And Julian's pretty close. It's in the neighborhood of Borrego Springs. Go ahead and connect now.
Pilot edge connected.
Sweet. Takes a while to pull in the airway data for whatever reason on the first start for this guy, so be patient. Victor 208 to Julian. Perfect. And we're going to be at 9,500 feet. Okay, so you see the only two things I have left, engine's fine, all that's good. We're just gonna want, so ECS coming into auto, and then now the pusher test, alright, so I'll show you that, and from what I know is, what I read is you feed it some torque. You push and hold the pusher test button, which you'll see in a second. In this simulation, though, it seems like you can just push it, and then you push it again to disengage, but it's a push-hold function. And when you're doing that, you're supposed to pull back on the stick. As you're testing, it pushes your stick back down, right? Doesn't prevent stalls, it says that in the manual, but it's meant to discourage it anyway. Alright, so here we go. Pull back. Let's see. Actually, did I forget something? Look at my throttle bugging out too. Is it maybe because I'm not... Do I have to be in flight? Oh. I've got nothing. You know, that tends to happen when I want to show something. I read through the POH before. We just run a quick search. I don't want to take too much time on this, but 5 to 10 psi. Press and hold the pusher test button while holding. Pull back and apply pressure. it's not functioning at all for me right now. It did. I did get it to function last time. Wondering if I have something on I shouldn't. Oh, there it goes. So what you'll see is the pusher ice light will go on, but then it's supposed to disengage, and you can only seem to manually disengage it by clicking it again. Let me try. Maybe I didn't have enough power in. Or let me try two things at once. Let me try to put it into flight idle. Yeah, it's supposed to, I think it's supposed to emit like a chirp sound after, I don't know, 2 to 3 seconds. Well, I've got a lot of drone traffic coming in here right now, unless someone just landed here. I think these are just drones. Anyway, that's as good as we're gonna get. So you saw the test. I think it's supposed to go off after a certain amount of seconds, but it does not seem to. So just a heads up there. You shouldn't feel like you did something wrong if that's still on, unless I'm doing something wrong, which I could very well be. My first plane that I've even noticed. Oh, the other thing is you cannot change CDI on this device. You have to change it in the plane, which is here. You have to change nav mode here, and you'll see it reflected here. So, you know, you decide when you want to do that. You may want to fly manual for a while and then switch it or whatever, but I'm going to do it on the ground because I know once I start getting taking off and everything, it's going to be worse for me. I'm going to be even more forgetful. Winds are calm. We'll depart to the west today. I'm just going to throw the plan over to my left here and we'll be on our way. Talking to CTAF first. Alright, runway 22, and we're going to taxi. I don't think there is even, I don't know if this really even counts as a taxiway. Avalon traffic, November 1890 Sierra Victor is a Pilatus PC-12 taxi runway 22 for departure via the Santa Catalina VFR, eastbound VFR, Catalina. Did I go back to ground idle or not? I guess there is alpha here. Not in flight idle. Alright. I'll move this up out of the way a little bit. Oh, other way. There you go. Avalon traffic November 829, Sierra Victor entering runway 22 for departure. Avalon. Real short, so we're gonna give it some beans before we release the brake here. Lost the center quite a bit there. So remember, ailerons and rudder are linked in this plane. That is by design. So go out and do a circle and come back. Just get nice and set up on like a heading. See how the AP is working for us. Make sure everything's cross our T's and dot the I's type of thing. Get a nice climb position here. And you see the numbers are a bit laggier than the Carenado. That's another thing that's kind of like, eh. But let's try going into a heading. And then let's see if I can set a vertical speed. No. Did I get the gear up? I did not. Numbers are just kind of slow to respond in that digital system. Alright, so we'll make a left turn direct now, Santa Catalina VOR. And we'll make the call just about over there. So we'll go into a left turn here. And once we're about halfway through, we'll put it direct in. The field, the range at which you can scroll, and as the airplane kind of moves beneath you, your mouse, it can be easy to kind of scroll instead of hitting the heading or some other button. Just keep that in mind. So we'll put in a direct. And we'll go ahead and try nav mode. Should keep us in that left turn. Monitor SoCal this one. Actually, final call first. Avalon traffic November 1890 Sierra Victor is in a left turn downwind toward Santa Catalina VOR, outbound on the Victor 208. Final call. Catalina. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Very nice. It's hard to even see the airport, isn't it? Where is it? That's why it's so treacherous in bad weather. Is it over there? I always lose it. As soon as I'm airborne in this area, I just lose the airport entirely. That's without any weather. Oh, it's right there.
Santa Barbara approach, bearing 8165 Foxtrot, 12 miles to the northeast of Santa Maria. Requesting flight following at Bakersfield.
3165 Foxtrot, Santa Barbara approach, squawk 3707.
3707, 8165 Foxtrot.
SoCal departure, good evening. Pilatus, November 1890 Sierra Victor's Pilatus PC-12, 7,005 miles east of Santa Catalina VOR. Request flight following to Borrego Springs, Lima 08.
H9 Sierra Victor, SoCal approach, squawk 2021.
2021, Niners Sierra Victor.
Three 165 Foxtrot, radar contact 11 miles southwest of the Fellows VOR.
Radar contact 8165 Foxtrot.
H9 Sierra Victor, radar contact 5 miles east of the Santa Catalina VOR.
Suppose we'll get a John Wayne altimeter in routes. Actually, we're going south of that, Oceanside.
H9 Sierra Victor, connect SoCal approach 128.1.
28.1 for SoCal, Niners Sierra Victor. SoCal approach, good evening, November 18 Niners Sierra Victor, level 9,000.
H9 Sierra Victor, SoCal approach, Chongming altimeter 3004.
3004, Niners Sierra Victor. I think I said level 9,000 climbing. Oops. The reason is the way that this works I'm not familiar with. So it doesn't seem to work the way that the default one does. So I cranked it down to 500 so I could manually altitude hold. So for Borrego, what's the fuel elevation? It's pretty much sea level, I think, Central Valley. It's 500 above, so put in like 1,500. AP trim, Lincoln. Anything else right now? I don't think so.
55462 departure frequency 135.4, squawk 3532.
Alright, departure 135.4 and squawk 3532, and we're at Echo, ready to taxi with Papa.
November 462 runway 27, taxi via Alpha Charlie. I'm sorry, it'll be runway
Taxi 27
9
via Alpha
taxi
Charlie
via
462.
Alpha Kilo, cross runway 16. We're at 462 runway 9 taxi via Alpha Kilo, cross runway 16.
like a... Is that a really deep purple, or is that a black? Interesting hue to it. I think it's a dark purple.
November 462.
November 462, go ahead.
Runway 9er, taxi via Alpha Kilo, cross runway 16.
So wind down at
Runway 9er, Alpha Kilo, cross 16, 462.
Borrego is dead, so we can go straight in, land east, straight into runway
Los
8.
Angeles Center, bearing E165 Foxtrot, level 7,500.
We can't really descend till after
Mary
Julian.
165 Foxtrot, LA Center, roger.
Right after Julian we'll descend, which is basically the highest peaks that you see out there. Crossing over the West Coast Mountains and to the Center Valley. And let's see, CTAP over there is 22.8. I just feel like the responsiveness of quite a few of the buttons are a bit laggy or something, including any digital displays. So I think that could be tightened up. I think the performance could be a little better. I don't know, it's optimization or whatever, but like even with the empty one, it's quite, especially when I turn around for whatever reason, it's quite choppy.
Right, 29 Victor, contact SoCal approach 119.6.
Over to SoCal 19.6, Niners here, Victor. SoCal approach, good evening, November 829ers here, Victor, level 9,500.
Right, 29 Victor, SoCal approach, Palomar altimeter 3005.
Copy the altimeter, Niners here, Victor. 3005. Is that Palomar? Yes, I think it was. Ah. Yep.
65 Foxtrot, contact Bakersfield approach 118.8.
Joshua approach, Hyper Comanche 9128 Whiskey is over the Palmdale Vortex at 8,500. Request flight following to Bakersfield.
We're 9128 Whiskey, Bakersfield approach, correction, Joshua approach, squawk 2747.
2747, 28 Whiskey.
Bakersfield. Bakersfield approach, Baron 8165 Foxtrot, level 7,500 with Zulu.
3165 Foxtrot, Bakersfield approach, advising to get the airport in sight.
Will advise with airport in sight, 8165 Foxtrot.
We're 9218 Whiskey is radar contact overhead Victorville Airport, Palmdale altimeter 303.
3013, 28 Whiskey.
Riverside Tower, Cherokee 55462, holding short, runway 9er, ready for a departure to the northeast.
We're 55462, Riverside Tower, runway 9er, clear for takeoff, proceed on course.
Runway 9er, clear for takeoff, proceed on course 462.
We're 462, contact SoCal departure.
Over to departure 462. SoCal departure, Cherokee 55462, 1,700, climbing 7,500.
We're 55462, SoCal departure, radar contact.
It's right on the line today. So, I guess I'll take that back. Seems fine. I don't know what I was seeing before.
Bakersfield approach, Baron 8165 Foxtrot, have airport at Bakersfield in sight.
We're 65 Foxtrot, contact tower 118.1.
Contact tower 118.1, 8165 Foxtrot.
got traffic. I don't see it. It's almost easier to see traffic further away. Whoa. My mouse is on the fritz.
Bakersfield Tower, bearing 8165 Foxtrot, 7 miles to the southwest. Request a full stop with Zulu.
Mary 165 Foxtrot, Bakersfield Tower, enter left downwind runway 30 right to runway 30 right to clear to land.
Right, enter left downwind, E165 Foxtrot.
At November 65 Foxtrot, runway 30 right, cleared to land.
Runway 30 right, cleared to land, E165 Foxtrot.
About 10 minutes out. For whatever reason, the Carenado one goes much faster. I don't think it's probably just less realistic, but definitely regularly doing the TBM speeds in that one. Don't notice a huge difference between the 850 and the 930, I don't think. But definitely between this and the Carenado PC-12, there's a... It's a bit slower. Which is all great if it's more realistic, you know?
Bakersfield ground, November 5 and 9 and Papa.
This fuel thing functions differently too.
Parking taxi for, request taxi for a VFR departure to the north with Zulu.
Number 519 Papa, Bakersfield ground, runway 30 right, taxi via Alpha Bravo.
Alpha Bravo to 30 right for 519 Papa, thank you.
Declutter this. Let's see. That'll help a lot. That might have actually smoothed things out a little bit. Okay. That will cancel right around Julian, I think. Good service as always from the team at Pilot Edge. Put this. Oh, whoa! Where'd you go? I was thinking I might put this down a little bit. Maybe we'll land west and, for descent, because it's going to be pretty tight. Maybe 15 miles. Looks foggy in here or something. We'll be on the other side. I don't know if it's much better over there. We'll see. It's VFR 10 few 4008 and clear. And SoCal, November 9 Sierra Victor will go ahead and cancel radar services.
We're not Sierra Victor, radar service terminated. Squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
Squawk and Talk VFR, frequency change approved, 9 Sierra Victor.
November 6 to Foxtrot, taxi to parking via Alpha, this frequency.
Taxi parking on this frequency via Alpha A165 Foxtrot.
Borrego Springs traffic, November 829 Sierra Victor, approaching Julian, 9,500, inbound, full stop with the weather, be straight in for runway 8, Borrego. Spot it. I think we're looking at it right there. It's gonna disconnect. Beautiful. Virgo swings traffic November 8 to 9 Sierra Victor base to final runway 8. Virgo. Overshot a little bit. Virgo traffic, 9 Sierra Victor, short final runway 8. Virgo. Oh, you can feel that.
Warning, prop pitch.
That is wild to land. That was gonna take some work. I hope you enjoyed that little flight. Get to like, follow, and subscribe here on the YouTube. Catch us live Fridays and Saturdays. I think it is purple. I think there's actually any formal parking up here. Oh. Maybe on the other side. right.
Warning, essential bus.
Mm-hmm. Till next time, we will catch you on the next review, which will be, I think, the FSR 500, the Piper M500. Very similar kind of in profile. We'll see what we can come up with there. And till then, wish you well. From Borrego Springs, hasta la próxima y saludos.